ഹലോ ഗൈസ്, അബിറോക്സ് ടിവിയുടെ പുതിയൊരു വീഡിയോയിലേക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. അപ്പോൾ ഗൈസ്, ഇന്ന് നമുക്കൊരു ബീച്ചിനെ കുറിച്ച് ബീച്ച് നമുക്കൊന്ന് പവർ പോയിന്റിലൊന്ന് കാർട്ടൂൺ പോലെ ഒന്ന് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് നോക്കാം എങ്ങനെയുണ്ടാവുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ചാനൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യാത്ത ആരെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക, ലൈക്ക് ചെയ്യുക, ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുക. പിന്നെ ആ ബെൽ ബട്ടൺ ഒന്ന് ഓളിലിടുക. അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും പവർ പോയിന്റ് എടുത്ത് വെച്ചാൽ നമുക്ക് നേരെ വീഡിയോയ്ക്ക് പോകാം.
Quickly format its background. So for filling this background, I'm choosing a gradient fill, and I'm selecting this type as linear, and I'm selecting the direction with 0-degree angles, and I'm using these colors frequently for this presentation, so I have kept these colors here. So let me quickly select these colors with the help of eyedropper. Now let's insert one rectangle here. Okay, and I don't need the outline for this, so I'm selecting no outline, and for this also I'm choosing a gradient fill again, and the direction I'm choosing this with 270-degree angle. Type will be linear only, and so let me quickly choose the colors from here. Okay, now let's go to our original slide, and I'll just replicate this wave from here. Okay, so now let's cut it from here and let's place it here. For this also I don't need the outline, so I'm selecting no outline again. Let me align this with my sky. Okay, now for this also I'm choosing this gradient fill, and let me adjust its position to somewhere around 75%. Okay, yeah, this is fine. Now let's insert our sun, so I'm using this oval shape, and I'm drawing a sun here, so I think this is good. Now for this I don't need the outline, so I'm again selecting the no outline, and for this also I'm choosing the same gradient fill. Yeah, so we are good. Now let's move the sun behind this wave, so I'm the front. Now let's adjust our sun so that it will hide behind this wave. I think this is fine. Then before applying that animation, let me quickly go to shape format into the selection pane, and let me say this is my sun and this particular shape is my wave. Okay, just for my reference I am giving these names, so when I apply the animation it will be easier for me to see where it is applying. So now let's go to animation and quickly apply the animation, the motion path line animation here, and let's change its direction towards up. Okay, I think this is fine. Okay, now let us create a reflection for this sun. So let me just use this freeform tool again, and let me draw this reflection from my original slide. Okay, perfect. So now let's cut it from here and paste it here. Now in the size option I'm just making it as 1 by 4.5 centimeters. Okay, I don't need the outline, so I'm selecting no outline, and for this let me call it as reflection. Okay, let's place it here somewhere in the middle of this sun, and now let's open our format shape window, and for this also I'm choosing the same gradient fill, and this time I'm selecting only 2 stops in this, and let me select its direction like this. Okay, so for this lighter shade I'm selecting this light blue color, and for this one I'm selecting this some lighter yellow shade. Okay, this is good. Now let me add some transparency here. So I'm selecting around 25% transparency for this step, and for this I'm selecting around 20% transparency. Okay, now let's go to our animation again and apply some animation here. So I want to apply this grow and shrink animation on this. Go to our effect option, and under this see let me increase this to 180%. Okay, and under timing let me play it as 3 seconds. That will be slow, and here you can select with previous. Okay, yeah, so now you can see it is going a little beyond that boundary, so let me drag it a little down and let's see how it is playing now. Yeah, I think this is good. So if we play both these animations, it will play like this. Okay, so our sun is coming quite quickly, so let's increase this sun duration as also 3 seconds, and if we play now it will be coming like this. Okay, now we need to create a duplicate copy for this reflection. So under size option, we need to increase its size. So since I'm increasing it 180%, so this height will increase by 1.8 centimeters, and if I calculate 4.5, so 180 percentage, so it will come around 8.1. Okay, now you can select all these three elements and just click on this align to center. Okay, so it will be aligned to center. Now for this thing I don't need this grow and shrink basically. Okay, so I'll remove this animation and I'll again select this. I'll go to add animation and I want it to appear. So I'm selecting this fade animation here, and it will start with previous, and let's add some delay here. So I'm adding a delay of around 2.5 seconds. Okay, so when this here actually we need to add one more animation, that will be our exit animation. So I'm selecting this fade animation. It will also play with previous. Let's change its position, and here also it will be, the delay will be around 2.5 seconds. Okay, now you can simply select start with previous. Okay, so it will automatically take. So when this will go away, this second reflection will take its place, and then we have to add one more animation on it, that is random bar animation. Okay, and this will also start with previous. Okay, and for this let's go to effect option, and under timing let me select this as 5 seconds, very slow, and repeat, I'll say until end of the slide. Now let's see how our entire animation is getting played. So as you can see, our sun is rising, then reflection is coming, and then this random bars animation is also playing. Okay, now I am adding one more reflection slide here, and let me just put it on top of our earlier reflection. For this I don't need this appear animation, so I'm removing this. I only need this random bars animation, and here I'm adding a delay of around 5 seconds. Yeah, so I have added this one more reflection or random bar animation again, because it is giving some realistic feel to it actually. So that is why I've added this another random bar animation on top of our original animation. So now let's quickly create some waves. So I'm using this freeform shape, and let me quickly create some random waves here. Okay, we're good. So now let's select one of these and go to your animation pane and apply the animation. So I'm just choosing this fade animation first, and after that let me start this also with previous. Okay, so let me just remove this delay of 5 seconds from here. Okay, so it will start with our sun animation only. Now let me go to add animation again and let's apply this line animation on this one. Okay, I think this is good. Go to effect options and under timing you can select it as 5 seconds. That is very slow. Okay, and this also you can start with previous. Okay, perfect. Now let's add some exit animation for this. So I'm choosing this fade animation. Okay, now just to ensure consistency among all these three, let's select all of them, go to effect options, and in the timing let's select everyone as 5 seconds, and let's repeat this for 10 times. Okay, and then you can press OK. And then later you can change its direction also. So let's say I want this to travel till here. If I play this animation, you can see how it is playing. So it is appearing, then it is coming to this direction, and then it will fade away. Okay, perfect. Now you can select this shape. You double click on this animation painter and you can simply apply the same animation on all these waves. Now you only have to adjust this distance of traveling. Now let's move to our next segment. So let's apply animation on this wave actually. So I'm just duplicating this wave. And let's align this in the center. And then you can send this wave to back. Let's call this as wave 1. Now for this wave 1, let's create one more duplicate copy and let's call it as wave 2. And let's move this also at the back. And let's align this also into the center of the earlier two waves. Okay, so now let's select this wave one and apply some animations on it. So first animation I am going to apply is grow and shrink animation, and I want this to grow only vertically, so I'm selecting this vertical. Now let me open this effect options, and this I want only to grow 120% and not the 150%. Let's click this auto reverse button, and on the timing you select this start with previous and repetition you select as 10. Okay, so this is one such animation. Now let's add one more animation on it. So I'm adding this line animation also, because if you see, if I just play this animation, you can see like this is not moving from this direction, right? So that is why I'm applying this line animation as well. And let me adjust its size a little bit. So let's say, let me zoom it a little bit and then let me do it. Okay, so let us see how it is playing. If it is not playing well, then we have to adjust its size, this distance again. So let's go to effect option. Here also you can select this auto reverse, and repetition you select 10 and select this start with previous. Duration will be 2 seconds only. Okay, now if you see, this is moving from both these directions, right? Okay, this is fine. Now Now let's add one more animation, that will be our fade animation for exit. So this will exit once our animation is over. So in the effect options, in the timing, I'm selecting this start with previous, and duration, I'm selecting it as 4 seconds. Because I want this to disappear when it is moving backwards. If you have noticed, like we have selected this wave duration as 2 seconds, so it will come, and then when it will go back, it will disappear actually. So if I play these three animations together, it will look like this. Okay, now let's click on this wave, and let's click on this animation painter, and we have to apply the same animation on this wave 2 as well. Okay, so we're done with our wave 2 animation. Also, just we have to add some delay here actually. So I'm adding a delay of around, let's say, 2.5 seconds. Okay, now let's see how our animation is playing, all our animations. So as you can see, it is playing perfectly fine. Okay, one last thing which I'm doing is, like, I'm selecting this wave 1 and wave 2, and for its first gradient stop, I'm changing its color to a little lighter shade. So let me just drag this here. Okay, and now let's see how it is playing. Okay, I think this is looking nice. Now let us give our sand a more realistic look. So I'm just creating a duplicate copy of this wave, and under animation pane, I'm just removing this animation from this shape actually, because I don't need this animation here. I'm just trying to give some kind of realistic look to this sand. So I'm just using this shape actually, just to create some kind of realistic effect to our sand basically. So for this, I'm selecting this lighter shade, and let me add some transparency also here. Now I'm not creating all other elements. I'm just copying these elements from here just to save some time, but I have created all these elements in the PowerPoint itself. If you are interested to know like how I have created all these elements, you just drop me a comment, and I'll surely get in touch with you, or I'll prepare one more video, and I'll tell you how I have created all these elements in the PowerPoint. So for time being, I'm just copying these clouds, trees, and all these elements from my previous or the original slide, and I'm just placing it here. So now let's see how it is playing at the end. Yeah, so as you can see, it is playing perfectly fine. So I hope you have liked this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. Thank you so much.